3 years ago today, the news that Kirby Morrow, the voice actor of Cole, had tragically passed away was made public. This came as an absolutely devastating shock for Ninjago fans and fans of Kirby's other work worldwide. And it's genuinely kind of hard to believe it's been this long. It still feels super recent when I heard that he had passed. So I felt like I'd make a quick video celebrating some of his work on Ninjago. Something I'll always appreciate about The Island and Seabound is the fact that Kirby Morrow got to record his voice lines for those installments. It's like even after he was gone, a part of him was still with us. And at the time when the news that Kirby had passed was still fresh in our minds, it was pretty comforting. Which brings us to the end of the Seabound episode, The Turn of the Tide, where the ninja find themselves confronted with a major, irreplaceable loss to their family. What I've always appreciated about Kirby's performance as Cole is how much of a comforting presence he has. You always feel like there's a sense of safety around Cole. He's a super welcoming and friendly guy, and Kirby's performance really encapsulated that. Although beneath all of that, there is this very prevalent sense of hurt.
And I'll find you, Master.
More often than not, Cole finds himself having to harden up to essentially comfort everyone else. He's got to be the rock of the group because that's just who he is. Whether it be the underground noodle factory, the Upply, or the ninja themselves, Cole has always been the person to bring them all together. Because as mentioned before with Kirby's performance, it's just in his nature to be comforting. I really think that's the #1 quality of Kirby's voice performance as Cole. It's just so comforting. This brings us to Kirby's final spoken line for the Ninjago series, and this is the one I want to talk about. This being the final line wasn't something that was planned ahead. No one could have really predicted or planned for a tragedy like this. But I think it so perfectly encapsulates everything Kirby Morrow brought to the Ninjago show, and I really want to just share it with you all. Jay was hit particularly hard by the loss of Nia. Cole was too, everyone on the Ninja team was, but Jay especially so. So in one of Jay's absolute lowest points in his entire life, Cole basically just swallows his hurt and comforts his best friend.
I wonder if Skylar and Dareth got the news. Do you think they'll come?
I think so.
This was the final spoken line by Kirby Morrow for the Ninjago series before he passed away, and I think it's a beautifully fitting note to end his performance on. Through his performance, Kirby Morrow constructed a character who, even at the absolute lowest points, will be there for the people he cares about, providing them with a sense of comfort and empathy, even if they'll get it from no one else, and even if he himself is hurting. I think this final line perfectly encapsulates every amazing quality Kirby brought to the Ninjago series. And while Andrew Francis is doing an absolutely incredibly amazing job at carrying forward the legacy of what Kirby Morrow set up for the character of Cole through his own take on the character,
I was hoping you'd say that. Now go. Stop the mergequakes. It looks like my journey is gonna take me somewhere else.
Kirby Morrow's presence on the Ninjago series will always be missed. Kirby Morrow delivered an absolutely legendary performance on his time on Ninjago, and while I'm not going to act like I knew him personally, he just seemed like such a fun guy to be around, and it's just such a shame he was taken from us in the way he was. We still really miss you, man.